You can catch full episodes of Environment Matters from anywhere there's an internet connection. Just check out our YouTube channel, WV Environment. You can also follow us between shows on our Google Plus page. Just search for Environment Matters. There you'll find news, photos, and previews of upcoming stories and events. You can also check out our webpage, dep.wv.gov.
It started with the idea of bringing farmers and consumers together and to encourage sustainable agriculture by providing area residents with local food options. Now, like its namesake, the Wild Ramp in Huntington is growing again. The DEP's Mike Huff was there for the grand opening.
1, 2, 3.
It didn't take long for the Wild Ramp to outgrow its original Heritage Station location. Earlier this year, the folks there reached an agreement with the city of Huntington to move from downtown to the west end, into the previously unoccupied and largely underused Central City Market.
I think this is going to be great for Central City. They already have a really cool, eclectic group of shops down here, and I think the Wild Ramp really fits into this. And I think they needed something like local food, which is a commonality for everyone, to kind of just pull it all together, and I think that's what we're going to do.
The new space is more than double the size of their previous location. Besides the extra retail space, there's room for a classroom for things like cooking classes, something the folks at the Wild Ramp have wanted to offer since the beginning. There's even a coffee bar. Board members say they're excited about the possibilities.
I think it's going to make a big difference. I think there's a lot more to come. Keep your eyes and ears open, because we're going to do a lot more things to try to develop the local food system economy here in Huntington, like they've done in other places, like Athens, Ohio. We're working closely with them to help us grow this into something that can really make a huge economic impact.
Kate McComas has been coming to the Wild Ramp since it first opened, and as you can tell from her shopping basket, she's a regular customer.
It's amazing to me. I've lived in Huntington for a long time and I've seen things come and go, but the community has been amazingly in the support of this. It's been really exciting to see this succeed. It makes everybody feel good to see something like this succeed.
What we wanted to do is create an anchor to draw people in the area that might not necessarily be coming into Central City. But the neat thing is that people won't just come here to buy produce. They'll also go down and start looking at the other shops and everything. And once we get the farmers market up and going this summer, it will be just a beehive of activity. So we're looking forward not only just spring and summer and fall, but this winter it will continue drawing people in. This is an indication of what individuals who set their mind to something, that they have the wherewithal to be able to go about and do it. And we didn't have to go outside the area to get that done. We were able to use our own talent, our own ingenuity, and look at what's been able to be developed.
Not bad for a $5,000 mini grant, huh?
No, not at all. Can you believe it? Started out with one $5,000 grant, but it's just been amazing what has happened. I did not imagine it would be anything like this. We just wanted to support a few local farmers, have a retail storefront, but it kind of took hold of us. I mean, we didn't really have a choice. We had to grow because consumers demanded it.
But as good as it's been for a growing local food scene, the big benefits have come for the more than 100 local farmers, artisans, and producers who supply the Wild Ramp. Roy Ramey was one of the first ones to sign up.
We started probably a year and a half ago, or so, 2 years ago now, I guess. Time flies. And we kind of put together this plan to start a crazy shop where we could sell our products locally to people that could appreciate it. This has really allowed me to expand and grow as a farm and as a farmer. Prior to having the Wild Ramp, we were relegated to a tailgate market at farmers markets and places 1 or 2 days a week, waiting for people to come to us, which is pretty labor intensive.
And in the long run, everyone benefits.
What DEP did to get Wild Ramp started, with the Department of Agriculture did to help us get this going. This is an indication of how cities and states and neighborhoods can work together to be able to make sure that something happens that is good for the community and good for our farmers in the area.
And as the Wild Ramp continues to grow and flourish, the hope is that its success will be the start of a whole neighborhood revitalization. In Huntington, I'm Mike Huff for Environment Matters.
The Wild Ramp works with local farmers on a consignment basis, with 90% of the sale returning to the producer. Since it first opened less than 2 years ago, the Wild Ramp has generated more than $400,000 for the local food economy. To find out more about the Wild Ramp, check out their website at wildramp.org. You can also follow them on Facebook. When we come back, the doc is in. Marshall head football coach Doc Holliday, that is. As the Thundering Herd pays a visit to DEP headquarters. We're back in a moment.